Schmidt look any different to you?
No, that's Schmidt. I don't know what you're talking about, man. He look exactly the same.
Right, Rich.
Yo.
So, we love the 21, 22 Jump Street movies, right?
We fucking well do. We bloody well do.
Are you going to do a different accent every time you speak?
Yeah, man, friend. Why
No,
not?
let's stop that before we get into dangerous territory. So, in the end of 22 Jump Street, they did a joke where they showed all the potential, like, future sequels.
They did.
They went, like, 23 Jump Street, medical school, 24 Jump Street, foreign exchange students or something.
You know what's funny? Every one of them was like a fairly solid idea to pitch. Yeah.
If this one does well, we're going to do them all.
They could easily just return and do one of those. It wouldn't even be bad because they lent into it already.
Yeah. Now, having said that, we're doing 29 Jump Street.
And also, remind me, what is this? Is it the religion one?
Yeah, Sunday School.
Ooh.
Our two characters are Schmidt, played by Jonah Hill, and Jenko, played by Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Schmidt is played by Seth Rogen in this movie because of a contract dispute.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Now, their friendship is really the key to Jump Street. We saw them start off as polar opposites, but connect at the academy. So we need to keep in mind when we're pitching this movie that
Oh, man.
their friendship is the heart of it.
I just realised we just skipped over like 7 movies of character development, and we're going to have to fill that in.
22 Jump Street started with, like, a previously on. So, do we do the same?
We do. So this is our chance in the previously on to flesh out a whole 7 years history.
Yeah.
What if it opens with Jonah Hill, like, driving a car off the edge, and you're like, oh my god, how did he survive that?
Well, here's the thing. Do we get Seth Rogen to recreate all these scenes?
Yes, we do. You know when they film, and you can clearly tell 2 actors weren't on set that day, because they're on, like, separate... Yeah. They're like, come on, man! And there's, like, a green screen behind them.
So, we show the scene from 21 Jump Street where they're in high school, but it's now Seth Rogen with, like, blonde hair and a white t-shirt.
Yeah.
Instead of Jonah Hill. Okay. So, yeah, we have a recap of all the movies. We won't go into it because we'll be here all day. Fade to black, and then we start our film.
What if, like, this is the thing, one of them is a la, you know, Doctor Who, what's that episode where he forgets he's Doctor Who with Martha?
What, so you're saying one of them gets so into character that he forgets that he's a police officer?
He just thinks he's a priest.
Right, that's got to be Seth Rogen.
He just smokes so much weed that he, like, passes out. And then when he wakes up, everyone around him's in priest gear, and he goes like, hello, Father Rogen.
Father Smith.
And he's just been playing along for so long, and then, like, you could have, like, the opening line going, all my life, I didn't think I'd be a priest. It feels very weird. So, like, he's consistently thinking he must be a priest, even though he's clearly having all these memories of being a police officer.
Well, can we, like, get him knocked over the head or something? Because that's how movies do it, isn't it? That's how they make people forget stuff.
Well, I went for it because it's Rogan. The joke would have been he'd done so much weed he got too high.
Well, we can do that, yeah.
I think it fits as well. There's going to be a scene where they're doing that much weed, and then Channing Tatum goes, if you do this next joint, dude, you know what's going to happen. And then Seth goes, I know. And then he just does it.
I like
and
it because it's really out of character for Schmidt, but because it's played by Seth Rogen.
You know, the board is like, no, we have Seth. Use Seth.
Yeah. See,
This is Seth now.
I really like this because Seth Rogen, his character is like in deep cover, but he doesn't know it.
Okay, so that happens, and then it turns out Channing Tatum is just a lowly priest. I'm just mirroring Doctor Who at this point. Would you disagree? We have that plot.
Okay, so the episode Family of Blood where Martha goes undercover as a maid.
Yeah, so like Schmidt is Schmidt's really shit at being undercover.
Yeah, and has to look after him.
Yeah.
First, one thing we need to figure out is why are they going undercover in the priesthood? Like, what crime has been committed? Has a murder happened?
Do I have to state the obvious?
No, Richie.
I'm gonna have to state it though because I want to.
We know.
No, but it's funnier if I say it, right?
No, I'll leave it.
You know,
Get in a lot
have
of
you not
trouble.
seen the terrible
So a murder has happened in the priesthood. Can we continue the joke? Because in 22 Jump Street, they have a joke where they're in like a newer, bigger place, and it's like next door.
Yeah.
In each movie, they've moved down one building. So they're now at number 29 Jump Street, which is like the biggest building of them all.
29 Jump Street is an old church.
Yeah.
So, and then the one they're going after is a mega church, because in America they have the mega churches that are like, they take the piss out of like normal churches, don't they? And what if it's like it's an old priest who works with the team, who's really sad and like actually a decent representation?
Can it be played by Liam Neeson?
Yeah, of course. Irish Catholic, let's go.
Well, I really like the fact that whenever Seth Rogen is asked questions about what priesthood he's from, he would just be like 29 Jump Street.
Yeah.
So he's being
and
honest. There is a church on 29 Jump Street.
I like that. What if like some of his followers go there and it's just like police and
they
then
have
they
to
suddenly
cover
have to
it
act. Yeah, it's like, is Ice Cube going, yeah, what, fucking, do you want some bread and shit?
Yeah, right. We need that to be like the middle act stuff.
Yeah, and instead of wine, they offer out shots of vodka, for the communion, for the wine on communion. It's like, oh shit, fucking, give me a second. And then like he brings out the vodka, and then they go, wait, isn't it meant to be red? And he goes, didn't fucking Jesus turn it into red?
Right. I love the fact that Seth Rogen's character is meant to be undercover, but he thinks he's an actual priest. So he brings all the people to 29 Jump Street, and they have to cover all the police equipment up and stuff.
Seth Rogen's like walking them through the literal police office. Ice Cube to Channing Tatum's going, you've met me, you fucking know me, I swear every fucking sentence, and you thought it was why to make 29 fucking Jump Street a church. And then Channing Tatum goes, well, it is a church though.
Right, you know what's good? In the Jump Street movies, Schmidt is always the one with the love interest.
Ooh.
And if we're playing into Family of Blood, can Schmidt have like he fancies a nun or something?
Yeah, because that's it's going against his religion. And maybe at the very end, Channing Tatum's like, dude, you like a police officer. You can just date her. And he goes, no, I can't. It contravenes the blood of Christ. I know, you literally can't.
Yeah, right.
You can't fucking do this.
Right, so the Taker.
Go on.
We need him to discover who the killer is. And in that, he slips out of it and realises that he's a police officer.
What if he slips out of it for a moment? Oh, man. He gets invited to an inner priest circle, right?
Yeah.
Seth Rogen. Schmidt gets invited to an inner priest circle with the mega church. And it's like this weird culty shit. And he's still on his priest head. And then shit goes down. Someone starts sacrificing someone. He turns into Cop Schmidt.
Oh, yeah.
Cop Schmidt comes out and he kills at least one of them or stops one of them, and his cover's blown. He then reverts back straight into Priest Schmidt and he goes, I don't know what come over me.
Yeah.
I don't know what. And then that's the tension for him.
It needs to be clear that he's just trying to stop them at first.
But then the other priests run away maybe, and the head priest, they run away. And obviously they're not going to say anything because this is already illegal. This lays the seed for him to start waking up to be Schmidt.
I really like that because that's a really nice moment where he was a cop for a minute and he's trying to stop this priest, and then suddenly it comes back to him that he's a priest.
Yeah.
So he's overcome by guilt. So that could be our third act.
That's what I mean, yeah. And maybe he goes missing because he's like, who am I? Does a priest kill? A priest not meant to judge. Also, by the way, can Seth Rogen put on a very bad Southern accent because like the stereotype of like Southerners being fucking religious or whatever, or like Southern priests like, come on now, yeah, I gotta do it. So like he's doing a really fucking bad one, and everyone's like, there's no way from fucking the South America.
Well, could the Jump Street people have put like a tracking device in his Bible? So
They arrive at that moment.
yeah, when he like loses it, he ditches the Bible because he's unsure what he is.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. And also because again, it's a mega church and he covered this shit up, he doesn't get immediately arrested, nothing happens. Oh, and what if the head priest cottons on? So the head priest is like, he goes to his police informant, he pulls up the files and he's not there. The priest isn't there.
Yeah.
And like in Dexter, when he finds out shit, Dexter is for, hello, Dexter Morgan.
Yeah, so the priest realizes that Seth Rogen isn't a licensed priest.
Yeah, that's it. And then he goes through the police and finds out that he's actually Schmidt.
Yeah.
And then that will be our final act, man. Like, he abducts Schmidt thinking that he's police. Well, he is police, but Schmidt doesn't think so. He's like, I don't know what I am, man.
He's torturing him, but Schmidt doesn't have the answers because he doesn't know he's undercover.
Exactly, man. The only way to get him out, the Channing Tatum knows, is to give him another joint.
Okay. how about we could have like a nice action scene where he like puts like the joint in his mouth, but he can't get the lighter started. So he's like, he's having like a shootout. So this head priest who's kidnapped Schmidt, he's having a shootout with Channing Tatum, and Channing Tatum's 2 goals for this scene is 1, to light the joint in Schmidt's mouth to bring him back to reality, and 2, to not get shot.
Oh, I've just figured it out. So I think that could happen, man. You could at least shoot the end of it and it would light up. You know, if you shoot the end of a joint.
Oh, yeah.
It would like basically what's going to happen is he's going to hit Schmidt's chest first and he's going to breathe out, and then he has to time when he shoves the joint into his mouth after it's been hit.
This is all in slow motion, like it's
yeah,
Zack Snyder.
Bro. Exactly, bro. And so he breathes in at the exact moment when there's like the shots just hit the joint. And then the sparks fly, and then it cuts to Seth Rogen's face lighting up, and he goes, and then there we go. And then Channing Tatum lands, and then Schmidt just like becomes Schmidt, and then there we go.
Yeah, and obviously the head priest was behind it the whole time.
Yeah, of course, man, of course.
I really liked how you tied it back to weed.
It had to be, man. Seth Rogen, innit? And he coming back to life laughing.
Yeah, and he's got to learn to say goodbye to this nun that he's fell in love with. I'd watch 29 Jump Street.
I love the fact that like he just got too high, and that's how it worked. It was like they just got him so high, bro, that he forgot who he was. Maybe that's a joke at the beginning. They go, he only needs a 7th joint, and he comes back on the 6th joint. He gets too high.
Yeah, it's a particular strain.
Yeah.
Really glad you're back, Schmidt.
What are you talking about? What contract dispute?